Today, I appreciate you coming out to our first annual Juneteenth Business Expo presented by CD Broadcasting and Bubba 96.
CD Broadcast, 96.3 Heart and Soul. This is Elaine. I own Elaine been around since 2023. She has the best soul food around. Well, I say try it before you don't knock it before you try. Try it before you die. Also, she's located at 1109 South 3rd Street, Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays. So if we're not here, we're there. I'm buying pizza.
Chicken is good.
Here on my 196.3, we're going to keep bumping, but I will make an announcement that the turkey legs are coming hot off the grill right about now. So, if you haven't had a chance to go to the food, and even if you have, make sure you stop by the other food truck as well. That's Jerk on the Run. Jerk on the Run. The turkey legs are ready.
Yeah, man. Jerk on the Run, man. #1 barbecue, Jerk Barbecue in Memphis, Tennessee. One of a kind. Amazing barbecue. You hands down, it's the best barbecue you'll ever taste. I promise you that. Yep, Jerk on the Run. Come on by and follow us on all social media. Jerk on the Run 901. We are on top. #1 barbecue in Memphis, hands down. Jerk burgers, lamb chops, jerk chicken, dirty rice. We got that on the menu today. You got a menu I can put inside? Yep, I got a menu inside. I got jerk brisket coming. We got jerk chicken. We got jerk ribs today. Those are amazing. Got our smoked macaroni today. People don't even know nothing about some smoked macaroni and cheese. All cooked on the grill. Everything. Charcoal grill, no gas, none of that. All the best barbecue in the city, hands down. Okay.
Hi, I'm Sheila Aaron. I am with Sheila Sweet Secrets. I am the owner. Today we have cold pressed juice. We have the home of the sweet strawberry cream cheese rolls. Those are made fresh and they're made from scratch. I also have one of my favorite desserts today, which is the strawberry cake. And it's made with the homemade cream cheese ice. So you all just come on out. The two juices that I picked were the beet and carrot and apple. Those are the different vegetables that clean the body, but they're also refreshing. And I also have the apple, carrot, and ginger. Those are the ones when it's hot in the summertime. Those are the best ones to detox the body and also keep you hydrated. I am normally at the Memphis Al-Anon Center on Warner Grove, and I'm also on Winchester at the Memphis Food Truck Park, Winchester and Old Getwell. They can follow me or get in touch with me on TikTok or either on Instagram, and I'm also on Facebook under Sheila Sweets. 901-495-3718, and we also do Soul Food Sundays for different churches. So if churches want to do an event for their congregation, we do an 80-20 split. So just call me at 901-495-3718. And in the next couple of months, we're going to start doing $10 lunch specials. So look out for me. I'm on DoorDash. So just look us up.
My name is Marvin here at Marvin's Beads. Just want to let you know that I have a variety of items. I have necklaces, super inexpensive, especially because we're in the community today. I'm making sure that the prices are set for that standard. You can see that I have a variety of rings that ladies might like. I represent Black Lives Matter. It's something that I feel deep to my heart. Here we have more necklaces. I want to thank the community for coming out, sharing their input, sharing their thoughts, about my item and about, just how the community is going and how things are going within it. So I'm on YouTube at Marvin's Beads. Contact information is 952-239-4739. Email Christian Ebony, CHRISTIAN19 Wonderful Juneteenth event festival. It was wonderful being here. And I want to thank radio station 96.3 for having me. Bumping 96.3.
Big announcement from Local 96.3. We're now on iHeartMedia. That means worldwide exposure for our sponsors. We've been doing social media networking. This month makes 8 years for CD broadcasting on social media. This month makes 1 year of being on Bubble 96.3. We have here a tip of the iceberg. This is only a few of the networking that I've been doing over the years. Everyone here has been associated with CD broadcasting in marketing, in events, and I've been shopping and drinking that coffee too. So we have a brand of coffee that's produced in Memphis and people didn't know about it. So I've been working on getting people to know about Memphis Grindhouse Coffee, but we have the co-owner of Memphis Grindhouse Coffee here in the house today, and I want him to tell you about his brand. So we'll be welcome to the stage, Mr. Dwayne Chapin from Memphis Grindhouse Coffee.
Charles, I appreciate the opportunity to speak to everyone. My name is Dwayne Chapin. I am one half of Memphis Grindhouse Coffee. Memphis Grindhouse Coffee is owned by myself and my partner, Rick Askew. We started Memphis Grindhouse Coffee in 2019. And so the original idea behind Memphis Grindhouse Coffee was we were going to open the first coffee shop in Whitehaven. Up until that point, there had never been a coffee shop in the Whitehaven area. We put together a business plan. We went to over 10 different banks. Initially, we was asking for $100,000. Every bank turned us down. One particular bank asked me if I had a white business partner, and another bank asked me if I had a white friend that was rich white uncle. And I was like, no, I don't have a white business partner, and no, I don't have any rich white uncles. So, nevertheless, we could not get funding for our business. So what we did was, our business partner and I, we took our money from our own personal accounts. We started the business, we lined up the vendors, we sourced the product, and we launched our business in December of 2019. Now, this was right before COVID. We had no idea that COVID was coming because March of 2020, COVID pretty much shut the world down. But for us, it ended up being a blessing to our business because everyone's sitting at home and they're shopping online. And that's how they found out about our business. So fast forward to 2025, we don't have any retail location. We still do not operate a physical coffee shop. But we have physical commercial space that we lease, so we roast, grind, package our coffee, and we distribute our own coffee. So as I'm standing here today, we're in 20 locations in the Memphis area. We're in Super Low, so we're in all Super Low locations. We're in Cash Saver locations. We're in South Point Grocery, High Point Grocery. We're in Old Dunley Distillery downtown Memphis. We're in Cordelia's Market in Harbortown downtown. We're in Horrific Bakery and Cafe. We do business with a couple of restaurants around town. So never let someone telling you no stop you from achieving your dream. There's always more than one way, as my grandmother used to say, there's always more than one way to skin a cat. So I appreciate that. Thank you, everybody. Happy Juneteenth. And like I said, Memphis Roundhouse, check us out. If you're on Facebook, if you're on Instagram, we sell online, we're on Amazon, and we ship to all 50 states. We have customers in 22 states that buy coffee from us. So we're trying to make it to all 50. Thank you guys every time.
So definitely tell us a little bit about Crunch Fitness and the special that you're doing right now.
Yeah. So my name is Austin Tucker. I'm one of the pre-sale managers for Crunch Fitness. A couple really cool things we're doing right now is we're doing $1 down, and your first 30 days are going to be completely for free. They're going to be on us. Our gym is one on Austin P is going to be opening here sometime in the fall. It's going to be super cool. We have a bunch of group fitness classes, including like yoga, Zumba, Pilates. We also have unlimited guest privileges along with the hydro massage and tanning beds for you guys to take advantage of. Kids Crunch as well is anywhere from our 6-month-old to our 12 years, nieces, nephews, kids, anything like that. We can watch them while you get in a good workout. $1 down, your first 30 days are completely for free.
Miss Yolanda Bougie Wild in the house.
It's an honor to be here. Thank you so much, Charles, for allowing me this opportunity to speak. When Charles called me and asked me to become a sponsor, he and I were just having a conversation, and he said, "Girl, I need some of that value." Not knowing that I had been asking God, God showed me, send somebody in my life to allow me to speak from a humble, transparent, and vulnerable place about my life, my testimony. Today, I would like to acknowledge that it is great for us to be here celebrating Juneteenth. Can we get a round of applause? You guys, this day was the day the last people that enslaved individuals in Galveston, Texas, were found out, was informed that they were free. Do you all realize they had been free for 2 years and didn't even realize it? Let's think about that. Let's think about not even being aware of your position, because that's the foundation of what I would like to talk about today. The foundation I would like to bring awareness to you all starts with awareness. Let's talk about knowledge, and let's talk about transformation. Now, when we talk about awareness, the first thing we need to know is who we are. So many times, so often, we've been conditioned without our permission, born into an environment, experiencing exposure, not realizing the power that dwells in us. But I would like to remind you all today that you were made in God's image. So often we're seeking God instead of looking in that mirror, acknowledging God. So once you realize that God dwells in you, you got a responsibility to this image. Because one day, it's going to leave. And you got limited time. So when you embody and you look in that mirror, you realize that we have power, willpower, discipline, consistency. See, you guys are looking at somebody that was born into this world on the battleground that at 14 years old, I went out and got pregnant because I felt like my mama didn't love me. I thank God every day I didn't go stick a needle on my arm. But you looking at somebody that left home because I was raised in that household. When you think you grown, you leave. So at 15, guess what? I thought I was grown. So I went out here in this world and started living as an adult. And when I went out there in the world, I had a point to prove. I wanted my mama to know I'm successful on me. So I walked around with the image of strong. I walked around with the bag at 18 years old. I had a $440 car note because I want to look like I am. For years, I was seeking validation, fear of rejection, and having me in, not knowing who I was, not knowing the power of this energy that's in me, through me, as me. So until I realized that God lives in me, I lived a life of chasing. It never arrived. Until 6 years ago, after my divorce, I asked God, I said, God, why did I stay in that marriage so long? Why did I feel that dysfunction? One day it was clear, y'all. Y'all remember the projectors in school? They had 2 reels and played film. And I had a revelation. God showed me you stayed in because that was your noise. You didn't even know what good was. You went back to dysfunction. You went back to chaos and discord. Y'all, it almost took me out. Everybody on the hill, but facing your truth. And when I say I did what Jesus did, died on the cross, when I say it was ugly, it reminded me of when I was in labor with my children and it was painful and excruciating. It reminded me of when I was in labor and I wanted to give up. But when the baby was born, I forgot all about the pain. So that's what my awakening was like. That's when I became aware. So today I want y'all to understand that you have to be aware. And once I became aware, I started giving the word. Because I had to seek that knowledge. When I got in the word and seek that knowledge and acknowledge God, I started reading down it. Everything that God did and Jesus did were my instructions. Was my instructions of how I should live, how I should walk, how I should talk, how I should embody and treat this temple that houses the Holy Spirit. And I'm not talking about reading the scripture and just quoting them and pointing them at you and you and you. I'm talking about pointing right at me. Like I tell people, I got my road map and I know where I'm going. Because I'm letting the Holy Spirit lead the way. I'm talking about applying it in everyday life, starting with the way I think. See, what nobody tells us is our mind is the biggest muscle on our body. And an untrained mind, it will betray you. I tell the story. Imagine somebody gifting you 100 acres of land for free. But the land had mangy dogs, abandoned houses, abandoned cars, bags of trash, and grass that they couldn't afford some years. Would y'all take that 100 acres for free? What's the first thing you're going to do with it? Clean it up. Let's talk about that land. That land is our mind, y'all. Y'all don't hear me. I said that land is our mind. That mangy dog is the spirit. The abandoned houses is doubt. The abandoned cars is insecurity. The bag of trash is abuse, betrayal, neglect. The brand that had been cut is irritation, aggravation, frustration, chaos, discord, jealousy, envy, condemnation, comparison, Can y'all see that man? So what I'm saying to you all today is once you obtain that knowledge, you got a responsibility to go into the next one is transform your mind. See, to transform your mind is some work. If you got to get up, you got to live intentionally when you realize who you are. You got to know that life and death lies in the power of your tongue. You got a responsibility to train your mind every day. See, we always see stuff physical. People be bodybuilders and people look good. But people don't see the same way you train your body. You got to train your mind. That's where our power lies. That's where the God consciousness lies in us. That goes on to my next. Be ye transformed by the renewing of your what? Of your mind. And it's not a one-day thing. It's a daily task. So as we stand here today and we celebrate Juneteenth, I'm saying this. We were freed from the chains, but a whole lot of us still got chains on our mind. The Willie Lynch guy, when he stood on the banks of Virginia, he wrote it, he said it is implemented in the work of thousands of years and it's still working to this day. We compare ourselves. We don't want to collaborate. We live in fear. Well, I'm telling you all today, you got a responsibility to transform your mind. Society always tells us, don't tell your business. Y'all, I tell all my business. I ain't ashamed of nothing. Like I tell people, I have no shame, bear no blame. Thank God, I'm not insane. I'm happy, y'all. Because I own who I am. I stand in my truth. Can't nobody say nothing to hurt me because I'm telling it all. I'm bad like a child. That's why they call me wild. That's what people don't understand. Because I'm living in heaven now and creating like I want. When you realize you are a creator, when you realize you got the power in you, through you, and you to create the life you want, it's a different awakening. It's a whole different vibe. See, so often we get hurt in life and we become bitter. And we end up doing things to hurt ourselves. Because for years I did things to hurt myself. Going out in the world, seeking validation, fearing rejection. Own who you are. Embody this God in you. Because it says acknowledge God in all your ways. And let me tell y'all something. God is limitless. Let's take God out of these boxes. God be placed in boxes and telling people how they should act. Your God and my God is you got to have a relationship with God. That is operating in your highest frequency. Because what I learned is we decided to operate in our highest frequency and walk in our gift. See, Cain and Abel, the story of Cain and Abel was Cain didn't know his gift. He became jealous of Abel. See, what you good at me, that video for right now, looking at me, I don't know nothing about recording. I can't be jealous of him because he know how to record. I got to learn my gift. So we be out here in the world just chasing, trying to figure out what we want to do. All we got to do is get to know ourselves. God gave us, each one of us, a gift. It's that thing you love to do, and you do it by yourself when nobody's around. That's your gift. That's your power that lies in you. I'm proof. Because when I had my awakening 6 years ago, I heard the plain today. God said, quit your job. I said, what God? Y'all, I'm a previous IRS agent. I'm accounting full time. I worked for the IRS for 20 years. And when I had my awakening, God said, quit your job. I said, what? Huh? I got a mortgage, I got a daughter in LA. What you mean quit my job? God said, if you're going to be a motivational speaker, and you're going to go out talking about people, you need to go through it. You need to totally surrender. So I quit my job. I got a mortgage. When I tell you all, I don't believe in God. I know God. And I'm telling you, the same God that lives in me lives in you. I'm telling you, and you can ask my children. I speak over my life when I want. When the wind high outside, I go out there and I ask God for what I want. We got that power, and I'm standing here as proof. Y'all look up bourgeois. Y'all look up right now from tax firm. I'm a full-time entrepreneur, and I don't have no husband. I ain't even got no boyfriend. Because when I had my awakening, I realized I had been giving everybody else what I never gave myself. So now, I'm embodying who I am, who God made me. So this opportunity to stand here and talk to y'all today is proof, y'all, we got power. Y'all can go back through my Facebook. I've been crying on Facebook. I've been telling my truth on Facebook and TikTok. And me standing here with this mic in my hand today is proof that we can do whatever we put our mind to. So as I close out today, I want y'all to know that this energy is going to leave you. Now you got a choice. It's this simple. You can use that energy to put it toward love, joy, peace, and laughter. And that starts with you, because you can only give me what you feel with. And you can't give me nothing from an unfilled cup. We be given from unfilled cups. I did it for years. Or you can get that energy to burn out in insecurity. And burn out in insecurity create chaos, discord, conflict, irritation, aggravation, and frustration. So on this Juneteenth celebration, allow yourself to be free in your mind. Work on your mind. Because you can grow beautiful flowers or you can grow beautiful weeds. That's the choice you have. So as I close out, I would like to thank Charles for this opportunity. I would like to thank God in all my ways. All my ways, God, and I just acknowledge you right here today. Because I'm unlocking the Holy Spirit in me. Facing all the fears, doubts, and insecurities, I'm unlocking the Holy Spirit in me. Working on myself to become the best that I can be. I'm stepping out on faith, because God can give me fear. I'm working on myself so that I can hear the Holy Spirit in me. As a man thinking, so is he, the Holy Spirit in me. All we need is the faith of us to see the Holy Spirit in me. I can do all things if I believe. Y'all make sure y'all follow Bougie Wild on Instagram and Facebook. Check out my non-profit Recognize the Good. Thank you all again. Happy Juneteenth!
Well, today I'm definitely excited to be here for Juneteenth. First and foremost, I just want to pause and honor this day. We know the story. We know about, our enslaved ancestors who were, forcibly, brought to this country, forced to build a nation that they didn't have stake in. But when the emancipation came, even those in Texas would take 2 more years before they would know what had happened.
So I just want to say that I honor in this moment those who have, through blood, sweat, and tears, built this nation, and we acknowledge the effort that they have. And even those who, in Texas in 1865, found out 2 years later about emancipation. So I just want to honor that and say we celebrate it, and that freedom looks good on you, right? Freedom looks good on you. Let's give it up. You know, but I do see that there is a connection to freedom when it comes to our creativity. And that we do have an opportunity to express ourselves and build and create. And of course, Tina just shared her creative journey, which is all about utilizing the opportunities that we have. And each one of us have opportunities in our lives to create the lives that we want, and they may look very different for each and every one of us, but to be able to really maximize those opportunities, I just want to encourage you to do that. And so today, one of the things I want to share, of course, Tina has definitely shared a lot about our partnership. We both came out of radio. I'm going to do a briefer story about myself. For those who, if anybody remember me from radio, raise your hand. Okay, back in the day, I was I worked for Clear Channel. Now, she was over at Glenn Broadcasting. I was with the Clear Channel family. And I found myself in radio. Let me back it up. I'm really DC born, but Tiffin County, Wellington Branch. And at some point, I went to Oral Roberts University as a music major. But while I was at school, it was when I discovered, or I should say, radio discovered me. And then, even though I changed my major from music to communication, I still wasn't all the way committed to radio. It ended up leaving college prematurely, aka Kanye college dropout. Went to Detroit just to hang around musicians and singers in the gospel scene. But it was also in Detroit that I realized that I wasn't that in love with radio, with music, because I didn't like the studio, I didn't want to be grinding all the time, and found a job as a secretary for a radio station, top hip-hop station in Detroit. It was in that moment that I realized radio was for me. That led me, y'all remember Russellville in Tennessee? Yeah. The year that they came out was the year I asked my boss, I was too naive to know, I walked in, how can I get on the radio? How can I get on the studio? And he was like, I was supposed to be typing letters, right? Over the sales team, and I'm asking, how can I get on the radio? But he was kind of, he was a crazy dude. He broke the radio down, they gave down to me and said, that went to a lower market and work your way up. That led me back to Tennessee, the same year the rest of them came out. So it was in Memphis. I got to give back major love to Memphis. It was in Memphis from the early 90s up until 1999 that I was finding my path into radio. But by 1999, I was working for Clear Channel. It was on 99 The Light, jumped over to B101, and then Hallelujah FM was created. And even at that time, for those different stages, I was learning Memphis. And not only learning Memphis as a radio personality, I was in the poetry scene. I was hanging out at the Memphis Black Arts Alliance. When Ekandaya Mandela, who has Academy Theater, was first writing his plays, and a lot of my creative friends. And I was learning the creative energy of Memphis. Remember the freedom to express yourself and the freedom to create. But one of the things that I was noticing is that while we had a solid music scene, we had definitely a deep poetry scene, and you know, Precious Cargo, you know, this is that jazz club, you know, just all of the different places, the Center for Southern Folklore, so yeah, I've been around Java Cabana, I used to go to all the poetry sets, but I noticed that film wasn't as engaged yet. Yes, we had the firm, we had big people coming to town using Memphis as a backdrop, but there really wasn't a solid film community yet. So during my radio career, I met someone, his name is Julius Lewis. He was putting on comedy shows and plays and group shows, and he heard me always talking about the movies, because that was my downtime. And he was like, I wrote a movie, could I read it for him? And I did. And I said, did you write this for the stage? Because I did have a little stage background in college. And he said, well, he said, yeah, actually I did for at the time, remember all those black plays were coming out? This is the early years, even with Tyler Perry and David, what was his name? The other one, David Howard, all those black playwrights across the country. So that was the thing. Everybody's writing black plays all around the country. Don't be God started, Mama, I want to sing, the lines. But it was in Memphis that I had an opportunity to help someone take what was a stage play and turn it into a movie. And for those who don't know, in 2008, we filmed Insecure here in Memphis. Y'all remember that movie, Insecure? Yeah. Love the Mom. Robert came to town, and since Atkins, Tibbs Bledsoe, Denise Boutte, all of them, this was like around 2008. And that was sufficient enough for me to leave, well, it had already prompted me to leave my radio career and actually go back to school to start focusing on moving into television and film. So is that enough of my backstory? Y'all good on that? So, because I had that opportunity, and like Tina, I like having a child at 40, I still wanted to birth my TV film dream, and I was in my 40s going back to Oral Roberts University as a non-traditional student, living on campus, ended up getting a theater degree, and afterwards I started a master's in professional screenwriting. Yes, I'm already put a movie out, and I'm like, I'm too old to be playing. I need to know this inside and out. So I'm hoping to get a little education to help prepare me for this next career that I wanted to have my life after radio. But as life would have it, how many of y'all got mamas who call you home no matter where you go in the world, like it's time for you to come back to Memphis, it's time to come back home. But my mom did that. So I ended up back in Memphis in around 2013, 14, and ended up, because I'm like, what am I going to do? Because we didn't have a solid film industry. Atlanta had popped off since I had left. Nashville was booming, but Memphis still has been finding itself as a film community. So what did I end up doing? I got back in radio. So from 2015 to 2019, I was working with 103.5 WRDO, no longer in the Clear Channel family, but now here I was, which of course Clear Channel is now my heart. But it was cumulus, around the corner, around the street, all right? Same family with kids and all. What are the kids? Oh, yeah, kids 106, yeah. But anyway, so 103.5, I found myself there, but because I got a little education about television and film, over those years, and this is around the time I met Tina too, from F.R. Jameson, who was a college professor and filmmaker and stuff, films in Memphis and Ghana and all the things, I began to connect with the film community again, helping them, being a consultant, being a script consultant, being a film consultant, all the things, and finding my way. So what I learned from 2015 coming back to now 2025 is that Memphis is on the rise when it comes to the film community, and I'm excited to be a part of it. So one of the things, because I am a consultant, creative consultant, in addition to helping people like Tina, I do help people in the film industry with media, script consulting, and even supporting like Angela Green, who is the executive director of On Location Memphis, an amazing nonprofit that helps people just like me and you really work in the TV film space. And most recently, I had an opportunity through one of her outreaches to do a short film. Now, I've written movies, people produce some of my short films, but I've never directed. And here I am as of last year, I directed my first short through the On Location Memphis apprenticeship called Memphis Movie Production. So the coffee shop, which is now available, you can check it out on onlocationmemphis.org. But one of the things I wanted to share in that story is, number one, it's never too late to start. It's never too late to reimagine who you are and what you want to do, even if you don't go in a straight line. So enough of my history, let's shift gears, because I'm a teacher, I'm a natural teacher, I love teaching. For those who've been in my radio production class, they do a podcast into DJ Sunshine, and I love to teach. So I'm going to do a little teaching for y'all today. Is that okay? All right, okay. So now we have some notes, all right? So any questions that y'all have about my bio, but let's get into why film production matters. Now, Memphis is a cultural city. Memphis is a gold mine when it comes to creativity. No matter the genre, no matter the discipline, the art and culture, we got it 10 toes down, okay? Boots on the ground for sure. Whether it's music, whether it's film, whether it's theater, whether it's portrait, whether it's dance. Come on, jump in. Even the fashion industry, how many fashion designers have come out of the city and who have made national and international impact? And because of that, I wanted to kind of focus in on that Memphis can now really elevate the film level to a new degree, all right? Since 2008, when we did our own independent film, along with people like Craig Brewer, Hustle and Flow, Warren Green, Black Snake Home, there have been people who are now operating on national levels. So shout out to the new breed like Jason and Jerron and Tamika. There's a host of filmmakers that are coming out of Memphis, even those who moved to Atlanta like Nina, who are all over Tubi and Amazon Prime and going to New York City and screening film. But maybe you're right now in a position where you too want to get involved. So why does film production matter? Because Memphis being a music town, we know the power of story. Storytelling is our superpower. If whoever controls the story shapes the culture. Also, Black stories told by Black creators really matter. And from a city that's over 60% Black, we definitely need to be in the film game in a solid way. Ways to get involved in film. It's okay, I've got stories, I write great songs, I'm active in theater, many of us did music videos. I mean, first of all, life itself is an act, okay? I mean, a lot of us just be acting in life, right? So the thing is to really tap into our superpower, which is storytelling. Because whoever controls the story shapes the culture. And even now, all across the news in different ways, we know we're struggling with the Memphis narrative. And for those of us who are creatives, like poets, songwriters, playwrights, screenwriters, many of us have been in our feelings about the fact how Memphis is being portrayed. But the truth is that it's because we're not standing full in our ability to tell our story and control our narrative and then distribute it to the world. I tell my friends, we gotta be like FedEx. We gotta be local and global. We gotta be like FedEx. Whatever you're doing locally, you have a global aspect to it. So our storytelling through film is one of those ways, because now, upload it to YouTube, to Vimeo. You can even get it Amazon Prime, on Tubi. There's so many different ways to get a Memphis story or a Memphis-based story to the world. So be like FedEx, from local to global. Also, ways to get involved. If you do want to get involved in storytelling through film, there are some key ways that you can do that. You don't have to go to film school. There are plenty of organizations, so let me count this. First and foremost, On Location Memphis. OnLocationMemphis.org. If you go to that website, you'll learn, if as a musician, you can have music placed in web series and television shows, and films and web series through the Memphis Music Bank. But if you also want to get deep involved in the film game, learn about it, you can join the Auteur Club. They're also, like right now, for the last 6 weeks, I've been teaching both acting classes and screenwriting classes for those who want to prepare for film. And this is leading up to the Professional Actors Boot Camp. There's also Indie Memphis, one of our premier film festivals. Then there's the Memphis and Shelby County Film Commission. You can learn more about that. Then there's the Collective, which is a super cool, dope, millennial-style organization. For those who remember Precious Cargo, just know that's the younger version, that they're now doing it. A young lady named Victoria and some other people are part of that. Then, of course, having theater. In addition to doing theater, they also teach other aspects of acting and writing. This is one of the ways that you, right now, can get involved in the cultural storytelling scene, as well as online YouTube University, okay? I'm going to say go to YouTube University. Even if it's really dive in, like, I want to know about cameras, my track, or I want to know about screenwriting, literally go to YouTube and just start getting your feet wet, and then find communities and those who are already engaged. Follow me on Instagram, follow me on Facebook, find the things that I'm involved in, share with your friends. There's another lady who was in one of my short films, and she's now starting this mixer for creatives, for the young, I'll say for the 30-somethings who want to get together and build a stronger network. All right, y'all with that. Also, production support and training. The podcast center, we got a space right here. You also have the Memphis Music Bank, also a crosstown arts. For those who are into photography, and I'm attracted to this, that is one of the best locations to have different locations for photography, or even doing short videos. There's so many beautiful places around Memphis that you can just take your smartphone. I teach in a radio class. If you want a studio, start with a smartphone. If you want a film camera, you can start with your smartphone. And literally learn ways to tell stories, short stories even. All right, so other ways that you can learn about it, even if you're like Olivia, another young lady, Flag Mile 1. Have y'all been to Memphis? This is the main library, the Benjamin L. Brooks Library ever. When you walk in to the right, there is Flag Mile 1. It is a nationally recognized learning center for young folks. I think junior high and high school, they teach them all type of crafts, including filmmaking. So Memphis has definitely positioned itself to even groom the next generation of those who want to get involved into television and film. And I met a young lady on a film set who actually graduated from high school and getting to win some of the various film festivals that they would put on. Also, there's something called We Art Up, weartup.org, and they also train people in the creative arts, particularly in filmmaking. So if you want to get some education without going to the University of Memphis, you can do. Also, the Memphis College of Arts. There are other non-traditional ways to get you into this radio, television, and film game, right? Let me do one more thing before we go. Y'all see, I have to teach them. I get another one. All right. Okay, one more thing. Now, there are some upcoming opportunities, and this is why, and I think DJ Wanda will probably speak to this. There is this one Facebook group that I think is called it's Memphis Entertainment Network. Memphis Entertainment Network. If you go to Facebook, go to Memphis Entertainment Network, and also on Facebook, there are a couple of acting groups that literally, without any experience, you can join and start learning because they're constantly saying, we need somebody to act in my short film, or I need somebody for a web series. These are ways that you can get involved. Go to Facebook, put in Memphis Entertainment Network, also put in Memphis Filmmakers, put in Memphis Acting Clubs, and join that to get involved. You don't need permission to get creative. You've been emancipated. You have been freed to be creative. Any questions? Let's build a legacy through film. And if you want to have me specifically help you, I do assist as a consultant in addition to media-related and business-related. I do acting classes, which I have my last acting class for June this Tuesday at 50/50 Park, 7:30, only $30. It is a 90-minute session of not only learning how to improv. I do teach some more technique in acting, and I also will be teaching more acting and writing classes so that you can not only learn how to act, whether it's for television, or social media, or stage, or film. I'm teaching that, as well as if you want to write your own movie, if you want to write your own TV show, if you want to write your own web series, I can teach you that. So go to ChristyTaylorConsulting.com. That's ChristyTaylorConsulting.com. All right, let's build legacy. Let's use our freedom for the good. Let's be creative.
Hey, greetings, guys. Hey, I'm Pastor Davis. This is Pastor Derek Davis, pastor of Tabernacle of Praise Baptist Church. We're located here in the Medical District area. 306 South Somerville is our address. Hey, we look forward to you coming, and this is a great event. Glad I came through today to see what was going on. Hey, if you're looking for a church home also, hey, we're right here in the neighborhood. You can come by and visit us. I guarantee you're going to enjoy yourself, without a doubt. Again, Pastor Derek Davis, or you can go to us on our Facebook page, and also you can go to our website. That's www.topmbc.org. That's Tabernacle of Praise Missionary Baptist Church.org. And you'll find us, or if you just Google Pastor Derek Davis, I will show up. You will see me there. But we thank God for being over here today to be a part of this great event. And we look forward to seeing you real soon. God bless you. See you real soon.
We say, we say some of the good stuff for last. I really put it in the middle. For those who've been with us from the beginning, I appreciate you staying in there. For those who just arrived, thank you for coming out to our Juneteenth Boots on the Ground event, where we're making sure that you have a chance to eat today and be able to eat from now on. And how we did that is we brought all these different businesses from the Memphis Bride House Coffee, Heart and Soul, Jerk and the Run, DJ One Love, and now we have our program director for Butler 96.3 and 87.7, giving a chance to speak to you about how to get on radio and share some gems with you. Miss Tina Tilton.
Anyway, I want to thank each and every one of you all for coming out to CD Broadcasting Boots on the Ground Business Expo today. And my name is Tina Tilton. I am the general manager, not the PD, but it's okay, CD. I'm the general manager for 96.3 FM and right on radio 87.7 FM. And I see a lot of familiar faces. DJ One Love, y'all give up for this man right here. He's been providing music and business for a very long time. I also see Track, who is responsible for you hearing CD broadcasting on 96.3 FM every Saturday at 3 p.m. As well as Christy Taylor Rare Tona, our operations manager for 96.3 FM, right on radio 87.7 FM. And over there in the corner, to my left, he sat by himself back in my video waves days, 1996, 1997. Right there, speaking of 7, there he is. 7 great right there, y'all. And he's still doing music, and now he's an author now. So he may get an opportunity to share with you about his books a little bit later. But nonetheless, I do want to thank Steve Charles Davis for being an on-air personality for Buck 96.3. I actually do not win it. Shelly, who is the manager of the property here, the property that owns this property, as well. But City Broadcasting, want to say congratulations to you and to DJ Sunshine because they have marked their 1-year anniversary of being on our station. And I am so glad, y'all, that he found DJ Sunshine.
Me too.
It's so funny because, see, they don't know that I listen. Most times I am listening. I may not say anything or respond, but most times I am listening to everyone's show. And him specifically, I remember telling him, I said, your show, I know what all you're going through in your life. But if he had me, he got happy music. If he said, and somebody crushed him love, he got to say music. I said, let him have it. Some didn't have it. But that was before DJ Sunshine. So thank you for bringing us Sunshine into his life. DJ Sunshine, happy music. And you can bring joy to us every Saturday at 3 p.m. Thank you so much. But boots on the ground, yes, that's why I always hot boots and 90-degree weather because I'm putting my boots on the ground. I don't get out of them as soon as I get off stage. But I'm just saying, boots on the ground. And I can't express that enough. And again, CD and DJ Sunshine, thank you all so much for having this Business Expo because it has not been an easy journey, you all. For me, I'm going to make this very brief, or as brief as I can, but my start was at Flat Broadcasting back in the day. From 1997 until 2001. And ironically enough, 2001, on my birthday, your girl got fired from Hot Room 7. I said, I got fired on my birthday. Who else in here besides me has ever got fired on your birthday? Just me. But they don't get no fired? No? Okay, well, just me. Okay, so with that being said, what happened, seriously, what happened was, the music had started to change, like the music that Bumpy plays now, the Houdinis and the LL Cool J and stuff like that. That's what we were playing when Hot 107 first signed on. But it kind of took away from that, and it went into this trap music type of thing. Now, although I'm from South Memphis, woo! Okay. Even though I'm from South Memphis, I still had some moves in myself. And I said, I don't know if I quite like this music. This music, I don't know, it's a little different. And I remember the PD at the time saying, oh, Tina, it'll be okay. It's good music. And I said, okay, if it's good music, then why don't you play it for your people? And when I say your people, I don't mean sorry to that. But I'm just saying, it was the white guy I was talking to. And I said, why don't you play it for your people? Play it for your station. It's that good of music. And then all of a sudden I found myself fired on my birthday. But it was okay. Because what I didn't do, I didn't black girl get fired. I didn't go, all this hit stuff and cuss everybody out. No. I was actually happy and I was actually prepared for it. Because as you are in tune and in line with God, and I know we have some believers in the building, right? Okay. as you are in line with him, I promise you all, as I was preparing to go to work that day, brushing my teeth in the bathroom, I heard, he's bringing you out. And I said, for real? This is great news, because I was trying to quit. I was wanting to quit all the way prior to my birthday. But someone was telling me, no. But on August 12th, 2001, he's bringing you out. Okay, so I already knew, but boy, when they called us in the back room, my co-host, Dr. Martin, he was mad as hell. The other guy, he was mad as hell. But me, I was like, I'm ready. Where do I sign? Now, what I can tell you, the funny thing about it is that because we were part of the morning show and we played so many pranks on people, when I did call the unemployment office to get my unemployment and give me some steps, it took until the they hung up on me. I said, oh man, this is embarrassing. Okay, they go give me no food then. Okay, I'm gonna make it through this. And I did. And shortly after that, I found my way, I did some small jobs like working at the employment guide. It's kind of like a Memphis flyer, but it was for the employment, for employees. Remember that? Yeah, so I found myself there. The 911 towers failed during the time that I was there. And then I got a call back from the broadcasting saying, the people are missing you, come back. And I said, okay, under these terms, now, I want a bonus. I want to walk in with a sign check, and I want an increase. And they gave me all of those things because we were very valuable to the station. Oh, it was probably less than a year or something like that. Y'all been fired all over again. But you think that Chris Taylor. But I'm like, okay, I'm done. I am done with radio, and I meant that. So I had a conversation with my mom. Oh, yeah, I didn't send a shout out to my baby. Hey, my daughter with my baby. Hey, that's my 11-year-old daughter, almost 11, so hey, baby, I'm looking at her. So I had a conversation with my mom, and she said, my mom was in the education field, right? So she said, why don't you go into teaching? Because, there'll always be children, and there'll always be somebody to teach. I said, okay, I get that because she said so. Went to U of M for maybe a year, and I pulled a Kanye West college dropout. I said, I can't do this. But I don't like this. I already have my degree in mass communication from Lamb University in Jackson, Tennessee. But that teaching stuff was not for me. However, I had already found myself working as a pre-K assistant at Memphis City Schools at that time. And, oh boy, but I just couldn't continue on to become a teacher. So somewhere along life's journey, I turned 42 years old, and I was still that pre-K assistant, and I found myself with a child. I said, good Lord, how you gonna give me my first baby at 42 years old, all my other siblings are grandparents? Really? Okay. And I cried, I'm serious, I cried in the doctor's office, and the doctor's like, but Tina, I thought you wanted to have a baby. I said, yeah, but not now. What the hell? We got married 8 years ago, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3. Okay, I'll take it though. So this child, at this pre-K school, still teaching pre-K or assisting pre-K, was very heavy on my heart, like, I got to get out of here, I can't keep doing this. And as the pre-K students were napping, I went to the computer to see who in the world got a radio station or TV station for sale. And I saw where there was a local TV station for sale. Ooh, who owns this? Flair Broadcast. I said, oh, I'm gonna have to talk to them again. Okay. So I went and I called them and I'm like, hey, Tina, I want to rent, I'm sorry, it's police. So I was like, I want to rent your TV station. And we crossed T's, dotted I's, and before long, I found myself with my television station, of which I called Tina Tilton Entertainment Network. It was on channel 46.1. It was a local channel, so you had to have revenues to have this particular channel. and I had the baby in my tummy. So we're wobbling in the station trying to get things done. And then I had her, so wobbling down, walking in the station with the baby carriage. And then eventually I'm pushing the baby in the carriage, going to the TV studio. But nonetheless, what I knew that I was going to do was that I was going to persevere. I was going to keep my boots to the ground, period, because I knew what I wanted. The school teaching thing was not for me. Whatever the radio thing, TV thing, that is for me, and that's why I'm keeping my boots. But in 2005 or something like that, we were doing good with the TV. But in 2005, the FCC took over the station. By law. So I found myself out of work again, out of TV entertainment work. What do I do now? Well, okay, I'm gonna tip my toes back into the education field, I suppose, but not full time. I'm going to sub. And that's what I did. I became a substitute teacher for Memphis Shelby County Schools for about 7 years. But as I was doing that, I was saving my money and buying and purchasing equipment for what I foresaw as the podcast center. I don't know if I had even named it. Chris said that name, but I don't know if I had a name for it. I just knew that I needed a production facility where people could come in affordably and record their audio or video. So I was just buying stuff that I was studying and found a little spot in Bartlett. 2020, COVID hit. Wow, yikes. We had big plans. We had a grand opening a month before that. And when I say we, Chris Taylor, she helps me, her consulting company helps me oversee almost all the ideas that I have. But a month after the grand opening, COVID hit, we were closed. What do we do? Come to find out, the churches, whether the churches were forced to close as well, then we were able to provide a streaming service for them to stay in connection with their congregation. And that was very profitable for us. And so we were doing, recording churches at a church, which was very comfortable for me. And when the world opened back up, I didn't really, it's not a need. However, how God still turns things around and make you grow, and grow. One of our clients that was taking her television show with us that aired on Comcast 17, she said, Taylor, I want to be on the radio. Can you talk to Clean Broadcasting for me so I can get on the radio too? I said, girl, you know I have that kind of relationship with them, but I didn't leave bad. So yes, I will ask for you. Lo and behold, them folks had just opened up Buffalo 96.3 FM Throwback Hip Hop radio station. So they said, we can't put her on 107, but we can put her on 96.3 FM. And if you know any other podcasters or TV personalities that want to be on the station, tell them to come out so they can be on as well. So, okay, and that's what we did. And that was October 2022, right, but it was in September or October. I want to say October maybe. I'm not all the way sure. But nonetheless, we were like that. December 2022, I received a phone call from the owner that said, Tina, we don't have the time or the manpower to run these stations. Do you think you and your team can? I looked at Chrissy Taylor. Because I was scared. I had taken my boots off, y'all. I was scared, to be very honest, because I had already been buying twice, and I was just thinking to myself, not again. I can't go through this a third time. But Christy and another young lady assured me, hey, come on, I think this is a good opportunity. We got your back. So I told them, yes, by the way, there is a fee attached. This ain't like you're paying me. This is you pay us and then you get a percentage of whatever, so on and so forth. Well, that's a lot less money. But I tell you what, I am not going to sign on as an employee of yours. We will contract with you. Yeah, and I told them, I said, you don't get a chance to fire me 3 times. 2? Not 3. Because when they fired me those 2 times, I was in my 20s. When they got me this time, I was 50. 50 something. 2 wives.
Ain't doing anything. Y'all get that. Y'all get that. So we worked out a really good deal and concept for about 96.3. From that, to about an R&B, one of my favorite stations, by the way. But in the midst of even that, there was yet another radio station growing up within me. And I said, and it's come from my mom. Seriously, my mom, she's 72. She's listening to WDIA in her car. It goes out static. And I said, Mom, you may want to consider getting Sirius radio or satellite radio for your car. My mom says to me, I ain't buying no damn radio. What she said. And at that point, a light bulb went off in my head because I said, well, now, if she's going to continue listening to AM radio, she didn't listen to FM. She didn't listen to the same music on the FM dial if I asked the owners of their broadcasting. When they changed the format. So, of course, I come sashaying in the office like, hey, I'm about to say yes. My mom said that this will be a good station. So, when are you going to consider swapping out one of your broadcasts, one of your dials for an FM WDIA? No, it'll never work. Yes, it will. No, it won't. Yes, it will. No, it won't. Yes, it will. They said, no, it won't. So, of course, I let them win. They won. The station is there, they got the money. Let them win. But I tell you, 6 months later, we received a phone call that says, there are some changes happening in the Memphis radio community, and we think that right on radio, 87.7 will be a good idea to switch that station to. Okay. So we shuffled and we were, when I tell you, we two-man team right here. Taylor Tilton. We pulled them things together, we pulled music together. We had some people, you know, my uncles and Spider-Man, and London and stuff like that. But the time and the everything to create the format of those stations, it came from the two of us. Many late hours. Many late hours. Not to mention, she and I were in 2 cohorts, that's classes. We were taking 2 classes to learn how to scale or upgrade our businesses. It was a real task. However, boots on the ground. Boots on the ground. Do it. Get it done. This is an opportunity of a lifetime. What are you waiting for? Eat here, you'll eat for life, like Steve said. So, yes, you clap for him, because when I heard him say that in the commercial, I said, he's absolutely right. If you eat once with us, you will eat for life. And so these are things that we all need to know about each other's journey, because this truly has been done. And when I tell you that 96.3 FM and Rhino Radio have been, they're both approximately 2 years old at this point. We still haven't arrived, but we certainly are not where we were a year ago. And I'm so ever grateful for all the personalities that are on and that are a part of it and have seen the vision with me. Because this is not a solo thing. It's like, oh, this is what I see. What y'all want to go with me? Let's go. And even to the point of just recently, I sent them all an email. We have been trying to get on the iHeart Radio account for months, and we finally, as of last Friday, got accepted onto the iHeart Radio account. So there's no reason now, but we're the only radio station that is on the iHeart Radio account. So there's no reason for people to say, I can't pick y'all up, I can't hear y'all. Yes, you can. You go to iHeart Radio. Go to the app in your car, plug it in, there we are. It's very simple. So we're pretty much preparing ourselves now for the overflow that we know is about to happen, because it just does. And regarding this place, the podcast center, my husband and I, we released this space from FD Memphis again, from Miss Shelley and her company. And I saw this space because when I walked in, I'm going tonight to tell them all. Yeah, like that. When we first came into this building, it was a wreck. But I can see vision. So I saw beyond dead whatever was in the floor. But she was like this. And I said, yeah, Christy, I can see this because what I would like to do is have podcasting on one side and have an event space for the podcasters or radio personalities on the other side. Because there is a need to be on the radio. And what I saw is that they would be able to utilize this place, make their money back so that they can pay clean. That's what I saw. Not only that, but my husband is a musician, so I can get him out of the house and come in here and play big music. Yeah, bring the music out of the house. You know, and just go in there and keep yourself in your chair. But so as we kept going, we saw the vision, and you know, it just got better and better and better. And I'm like, see, look at this, you know. And so I am again eternally grateful for Ms. Shelley and Deputy members and for everyone who has doctored on this building for over a year. To be very honest, it's been about a year that they've doctored on this business for us, and we're able to see now the vision come to pass. So. If you want, you all can rent this facility, you all can be on the radio, but you gotta see me. So I think I'm gonna conclude it right there. Support Charles and whatever you do. He definitely works for you all. If you're a client of his, continue to support him because he is a hard worker. He and DJ Sunshine, they are hard workers and they will continue to work hard for you. Trust me, I know. I get phone calls and text messages all the time. We got a new sponsor. So I want to encourage you all to continue to support him. And again, if you need radio airtime or you want to be on air or you want to rent this facility out for only $80 per hour, then make sure you see me. Thank you all so much.
And we're back. For those who have not had a chance, make sure you tune in every Saturday, 3 p.m. for CD Broadcasting, where we play all day, but we talk about things we need to know. So when you see us on this mic, get ready, because we're going to talk about some things we need to know. We're bringing to the stage Mr. Wayne Williams, also known as the real estate king in our scene. Mr. Wayne Williams will be sharing some gems with you today. So sit back, relax. Hopefully you got some chance to already eat your food. If not, he'll be here all day. You don't want to miss Mr. Wayne Williams coming to the stage.
I just want to thank everybody for being here today and just want to appreciate Juneteenth. This is my good friend Jerry Allen. This is the reason I'm down here. I've been on here about 25 years. I'm down here to help her. My main focus, I do insurance for people all over in 42 states. Anything from life to health to disability, you name it, I do it. But I'm really here for her to help her out because she's has been dealing with a lot of challenges. So what I want to promote is this company called Finance Pro. We're in it, and we're expanding. We're looking for agents anywhere in the country, anywhere in the world. I call it the $1 million West Side hustle. How many people in here make $1 million a month? See the hands? No. How many would be interested in making $1 million a month? Okay. How many people in here have a cell phone? Yeah, how many people in here have a cell phone? Everybody. Okay, our company, Finance Pro, is headquartered out of Jacksonville, Florida. It's a 3-year-old company. I'm not the CEO, but I have a connection with the CEO and the top people. And what they're doing is expanding in the United States and across the world. So we can build a team, anybody can build a team. You can do it part-time, full-time, build a team, and you get paid off all your customers all over the world. Not just in the United States, but in South America, Africa, India, anywhere in the world. And it's not that hard because everything is technology now. So I'm down here to help my friend Barry Hamilton to get her going because she's been dealing with some health challenges. And I told her I'd come down here and see if we can, talk to some people and see if they're interested in joining us. Because it's not that hard at all. It's not easier than most jobs, but you don't have to do anything. We just send your links out to people. When people sign up, you start getting paid. You build it up, next thing you know, you look at your bank account, you got $10,000 in there, $15,000, $30,000, $50,000, and that's how this works. So I just want to thank Mrs. Davis and Barry Hamilton for inviting me here And do you have anything to say, Ms. Hamilton?
I want to thank everybody that's out today and hope you enjoyed Juneteenth. And Charles Davis for inviting me, a good friend of mine. I met him a while back. We have worked together on different things. We worked on sales. He came to me and got me. And we was in your Kroger stores, your Walmart, doing pictures. And we made a lot of money. They're still out there doing it, but we left. And now I'm doing Financial Pro Plus with dealing with your TVs. I know everybody got TVs and they do cable, but we're gonna be less than a lot of people paying. People paying $200. We're gonna be your $75. If you wanna be an agent, you pay $24.95 more, and now you can make money. That's what we're talking about, $1 million a month. You can work your way up to that. It's not hard. It won't be hard to get members to sign up because people want what I got was expensive. I had the rent. The rent was offering me some of the things I wanted. I went to Xfinity. They gave me challenges. I couldn't even get hardly any of the channels that I watched, and especially for the million, no sports channel. And I got 3 millions in my house. So right now, you can sign up for free to be an agent until July the 14th. July the 1st, I'm sorry. And I have a link get my sheet. I have a link on the bottom of it where you can go sign up free. And it's only about 3 things you need to put on there and submit it. And then you'll get your agent number. So you can do this as a challenge to you, more money in your pocket, extra money in your pocket, and keep doing what you're doing. I used to do a loan system. That's what Wayne met me at. He came on as one of my salesmen about 30 years ago. And it was a challenge. I didn't have no problem. I was shutting down ADT. All of the loan companies, the bigger loan companies, they came to the parking lot of my office in Bartlett. And they were trying to figure out what I was doing. I was training my sales rep personally. I had over 50 sales reps. And they were in Arkansas, Mississippi, and Tennessee. I had a challenge where I put down, that's where the sign started. Years ago, I used to nail on the post where your wires are run, and put up there. They called in. I did the same thing for the loan company, and my company grew so fast. So it's not a challenge. It's the way you do things. You are a person. God has your footsteps. He put your footsteps in the way that He wants you to go. He said, I'm not the head, I'm the head and not the tail. So I just thank God for how He has challenged me in my life and pushing me forward. And I hope He can challenge you also and let you get out here and do your goals. Do what you're meant to be. Sometimes you start something, it's not meant for you. God has to lead and guide you the way He wants you to go. He molds you, He brought you here. So He gonna take care of you. He ain't gonna let you, I ain't never fail on anything that I do. Because God has my footsteps and He put me the right way. Wayne here, I've been here when I was doing a loan company. He came on as one of my salesmen. Then he became an insurance agent. And he's been doing that ever since. So I just thank God that he can stand still and do that. And not have a challenge. God has blessed him to be independent and move forward. And I thank God for Charles Davis, for the things that he has brought into my life.
And we have worked together over many years. And I just thank God for that. So, on that, I do insurance also, but I cut back on my insurance. And people who are elderly, that wants the benefit package that they're doing now, people call your house and hang it up, and I don't do that. I let you call me, or I just tell you I got this. If you want it, we'll go over your benefit package and help you get what you need and all the benefit package, any benefit package that you can get. So I just thank God for I ain't got folks hanging up in my face. And I don't want that. And no one calls all day long because they are ignoring me. So if you got any insurance questions, get with Wayne Williams. He'll help you along the way. And if you got some benefit, when you're elderly and you want your benefit package, give me a call. My number's on the bottom of this third program number. And Wayne has some papers laying back on the table also. We just not brought it. So I'm gonna give it up and turn it loose. But what's on the ground? What old bands at? All right. All right now. We're gonna give it up and turn it loose and thank Charles, thank Juneteenth for the day, and thank Wayne Williams, and thank all of you. Give yourself a hand.
City Broadcast.
So welcome to the stage, Ms. Kendra from Disability Connection Mid-South.
Hello, everybody. First of all, thank you, Mr. Charles, for having me today. The company that I represent is called Disability Connection Mid-South. We are a non-profit organization that's been around for almost 40 years next month. We are a company that helps promote advocacy, education, and advocacy, education, and unite the community through our 5 core services. Our 5 core services are peer support, advocacy, independent living skills, information and referral, and transitional services. Best of all, our services are free to anyone that has a disability. Also, we also do social engagement activities such as line dancing and fitness, and that can be for anyone that's not disabled as well. We come out every second and third Tuesday, and we do line dancing and fitness, and on the last Friday of every month, that will be either the 4th Friday or the 5th Friday, depending on the month, we do game night. So if anyone that wants to come that does have a disability and you do require assistance will be available so that you will be able to participate as well. I am one of the IS specialists that's there. The executive directors are Christina Cliff and Tim Wheat. And if you would like to reach out to us, our number is 901-726-6404. Again, thank you for having me.
But last but definitely not least, I get a chance to bring to the stage the boss lady of Memphis, KG.
What's up, y'all? Hey! I said, what's up, y'all? So, I just want to give a shout out to the Talks for inviting me to come out and speak. I normally don't speak, so this is kind of like a first to me. I'm always in the background, but a little bit about myself. I moved here from Mississippi. I started on the radio in 2018 with Power 99 Weeks. I was a radio host, a program director, and an artist liaison. In 2020, I opened up my own company, which is Box Talk Entertainment, where I manage artists and I assist artists. I do a lot of showcases. I promote a lot of videos. I have billboards all over the world. I have magazine placements. I do advertising. I fix credit. I do a lot of stuff. The list is too long for me. But the whole thing about it is I'm big on networking with people and I'm big on supporting people. And in our generation and the ones to come up, we have to show more support with each other. That's one of the main things in Memphis that I see that it's hard doing is supporting each other and networking. So when you have opportunities like this, you come out and you meet new faces and you see people that has paved the way for us. I appreciate you ladies as well. They have paved the way for people like me to be able to stand here today and talk about the things that we do for the community and the upcoming underground artists. I just started acting, so I got a new movie that come out in August called Screaming Mothers, Screaming Mama. So you can go see the trailer on YouTube, and it's with Black Lady Films. Y'all can go follow Black Lady Films as well. We have a lot of movies that we're brought the brand to Memphis. So it's a new filming company that just started. So if you're interested in filming or becoming an actor, those are some good people to work with. We got a contract for BET Plus. So tomorrow I will be in Jacksonville with BET Plus premiering the movie that I just started in. So you never know what this industry can take you with networking with people. And it all comes from networking. And a lot of people see my goals and see my strides because I'm everywhere. If you don't know me, it's probably sad because I'm everywhere. I'm all on social media. I'm in almost every meeting. I've been in the Hall of Fame twice. I have got awards all over the world. So I had to put a lot of footwork in for me to only been doing this for 7 years. I have over 28 awards. So that shows when you put your work and your dedication into what you love to do, that people will accommodate you for that and they'll recognize you for that. So what I'm saying is the goal for me is to help people that's out here trying to learn and teach them things that they don't know because I studied everything before I got into it. And once I got into it, I didn't stop. But I do have a podcast that I do every Wednesday called Working Woman Wednesday where I put spotlight on women in the industry. So if you want to get on my podcast, you can follow me at BossLady99_ on IG or KG, KAYDE on Facebook, and I can get y'all on my podcast. I have, I don't know what to say. I'm nervous. I don't know why. I don't know why I'm nervous, but I'm just like, okay. But Juneteenth is very big for me. I've been celebrating this all my life, so a lot of people just not learning about Juneteenth. But by me being from Mississippi, we celebrate this day every year. And so for them to finally make it a national holiday, it was very big for me. Because a lot of people have died for us to be what we are today. And when I look back on society and how things are going, I'm like, when they gonna get it? When they gonna learn? Like we gotta do better as Black people to set standards and goals and be role models for the people that's coming behind us. And that's my whole thing is this, trying to be a role model, trying to be inspiration for the next generation because a lot of them don't have leaders to look up to or people to inspire them to be better. But with that being said, I thank you guys for having me. And my motto is, it's never a competition and we all win. Thank you.
Wow. You know,
Seven Ridley.
Seven Ridley now, but it is a surprise. But it's a great thing. I appreciate, you know, being tuned on way back to the way. A lot of people don't know. Yeah. And I'm proud of her making waves. She always been a go-getter. As long as I know her. Always had the personality. Always said she gonna do this. She gonna do this. Always. And there's only a few of us, I think, left that's still doing this. I'm still doing it too. And the reason why I think we're still doing it because it is us. It is us. It ain't on us, it's in us. We can't get away from it. What you said? You know, so what's going on with me is I'm DJ selling the great house, selling Richie, I'm an actor, I'm a DJ, of course, a rapper, a writer, now I'm an author. I got 3 books out, I'm writing 5 books.
Hey.
I got new music coming out. So, in the beginning, I don't think Tina knew this. I just listened to her, that I was a strip club DJ for 18 years. So my first book is called Check, and I'm telling the whole life story about my life story. I was there, if y'all ever saw Hustle and Flow, that was the club I was working in, and they was filming it. They didn't put me in it, but I was like, hey, I'm talking to a real thing, But with this book coming out, I know Craig Bull and everything too. I got part 2, hopefully we'll see that soon. The real, not Hustle and Flow, like the real, It was cool, it's cool. Alright, so I got 3 books out now, and one's called Shake, the other one is called Us Brothers. It's like a comedy series, each book, each is an episode. So I'm gonna keep writing on that book series until we go. Then I got The Picture. There's another book called The Picture for urban, young guy. In, one foot in the street, one foot out. A lot of books I write is loosely based on my life out there in the world we in life. If you get to know me, you'll understand when I break down stories too. But I love it, and I give it up to my mom. That's in 2014, and she was a real artist. Got a house now, and when she passed, because I got a house now, we still got, she let us draw art on the walls. And so we still got that as kids, she let us draw on the walls, because we're artists too. And so she saw a kid have talent. And as a parent, when you see that, you gotta grow it. It's important. It's important because you never know where it leads you. So I gotta give it to God and my mom for because she used to throw talent shows too. Look, community talent shows, man, my mother was in the candy girl. You know what I'm saying? So we kind of grew up on stage and grew up in this entertainment thing, and I did a few independent films and everything. But I guess my whole thing was like, we support each other. Let's start with this little mustard seed and keep on growing. The younger generation don't know exactly what's going on because they just stuck out here, and a lot of us need to get back to the roots and try to show them the best way that we can do it. But I'm self-religious, Sean Locker. Peace.
But this time, we have one of the artists recording, Bougie Wild, will be coming to the stage, and I'm gonna let her take it over because I know she's not only gonna show, but she's gonna show out. So welcome to the stage, Bougie Wild.
I need y'all to hype it up. I told y'all I get outside the box. I do a whole lot of stuff. Let me tell you about my brand and how it became Bougie Wild. Drop that beat, DJ. Bougie Wild, Bougie Wild, Bougie Wild, Bougie Wild. I say the universe gave it to me. I said the universe gave it to me. Bougie Wild, can't be lost. I'm free to be me. I'm living life, creating legacy. I'm living my dream. They call me itch. They say I'm doing too much. I'm just Bougie Wild. Cause I'm classic, this is high. Bougie Wild, Bougie Wild, Bougie Wild, Bougie Wild. I said the universe gave it to me. I said the universe gave it to me. Y'all. I'm rocking my own label, I'm wearing my own brand. See, I don't understand if this shit was never planned. Some call me Bougie, some call me Wild. The funny thing is, it's just my personality style. I said the universe gave it to me. Y'all make sure y'all follow Bougie Wild on all platforms. Yeah. I step up in the room, Bougie Wild, please. Dad is in the game, Dad is on the scene. Come with this, you feel like 9 minutes ago. I break the mold, then y'all watch the story of how I used to be as I show my stuff. I'm on a high altitude to say I'm doing too much. Wow, like a hurricane, I'm up like right, Bougie Wild. shine at night. No apologies, no second yes. Bougie wild life, but I'm the best. Version of me, can't you see that I'm the baddest? And I'm a do me, Bougie wild queen, big energy. Living large, y'all, cause I'm pretty. Do you it works, but at the end of the day, you got to see yourself in the mirror. Yeah. I'm real with me, is what you see in my energy. I'm real with myself, I don't conform to society. I'm real with me, is the only way for me to stay true to my identity. I'm real with me, I'm a person of integrity, something that's not recognized in society. I'm real with me, it's the only way for me. I don't conform to social norms. I'm doing me. I'm working to become the best version I can be. Physically, emotionally, spiritually. Don't you see the best people happily, joyfully, peacefully? I deal with myself. I deal with myself. I'm real with myself. And I don't worry about nobody else. So don't you see I'm okay with me? Is what you see my energy, popularity? Yeah. And regardless, if you ain't got no happy, if you ain't got no happy, you ain't happy. Don't let the living guy say you stop. Be true to yourself. Don't worry about nobody else. We all decide to do this all the shit. Step into the light. Watch the haters burn. Shine bright. Don't curve this there. Every move I make, I got them talking. Bougie and wild, ain't no stopping. They no shame. I throw that food. Riding high, fly like a bird. You can't bring me down. I'm built to last. I'm focused on my future. Y'all kiss my ass. If you ain't got no haters, you ain't fine. Don't let the negative guys have you stopping. Be true to yourself. Don't worry about nobody else. We are decided to build the top and just stay up and handle the truth. I am body, jealous of the light, but they can't copy. And authentic soul, walking my path, living my truth, feel the aftermath. I'm living bold, I'm living free. This is me. I pray that I frequency, my identity, my personality, originality. It's what y'all see. I'm chasing dreams, creating streams. And I know that y'all see that I believe in me. So, and friends, if you ain't got no haters, you ain't poppin'. Don't let them niggas guys have you stopping. Be true to yourself. Don't worry about nobody else. We all decided to do the topic. Every step, every breath, I'm staying true. Bougie vibe, breaking through. Haters don't hate, let them watch. I'm reaching heights I can't stop. In this game, you gotta stay resilient, chasing dreams, personal fulfillment. Hey, if you the vibe like a wave, I'm bougie wild, it's here to stay. I'm focused on my mission, eyes on the prize, living free. And I don't worry about the sky. If you ain't got no haters, you ain't poppin'. I'm bougie wild, and I ain't stopping. Hey, it's your girl, bougie wild. Run, stack your band. Run, stack your band. Run. And work no more. Got the bands in my hand. The bougie wild is the brand. Cause I grew up in the hood. I'm addicted to the good. I came from the bottom, had to fight my way up. A teenage mom. I had to feel my own hook. I dropped out of high school, dreams and took, but I kept on pushing cause I don't want to give up. 15 on my own, learning how to grind, hustle, live my heart out, signs on my mind. Every setback is just a setup for shine. Now I'm ripping bougie wild, watching redefine. Late night, early morning, never took a break. Turn my pain into power, no heartache. Building my empire, everything that's safe. Living in lavish now, and no more wrong for my plate. Hey, Bruno, got the bands in my hand. Kabuchi Wild is the brand. Cause I grew up in the hood. I'm addicted to the good. Always rich, try to hold it tight. But I broke free. I had to get my mind right. Turn my story around. And my future bright. Living in Lash now. And Bougie Wild in the spotlight. Teenage show. But I made it through. Focus on my beach. I did what I had to do. From bird lines to second review. I am living in proof that dreams come true. 15 on my own, but I found a way. Turn my life around. Now I pave the way. Helping others rise every single day. Bougie Wild forever, cause I'm pretty safe. And what I know, got the bands in my hand. Cause Bougie Wild is the brand. Cause I grew up in the hood. I'm addicted to the goods. Nothing holding back. Rising to the top, shaking hands on my back. Bougie Wild and proud, never looking back. Living Lash now, never losing that. Ain't broke no more. Got the bands in my hand. Cause Bougie Wild is the brand. Cause I grew up in the hood. That I'm addicted to the future.
Bougie Wild